Hey guys, welcome back to my channel again. My name is Arsalan and today we are on day 29th of solving the object oriented programming system question with the help of Python. So if you are very new to this playlist, let me give you a brief introduction of what this playlist is all about. So in this playlist, we have been solving questions related to object oriented programming. So to develop our logic and understanding of object oriented programming. So if you are very new to object oriented programming, you can just try these questions from day one, and which we have started from a very basic questions, and then you can further move on day 2, day 3, where I have increased the level like anything, and we came up on day 20th 29th, and on day 29th we will be solving question on multiple inheritance. So I also introduced the concept of inheritance on day 17th, where we have discussed single inheritance, and we did many questions on single inheritance. Then we move on to multiple inheritance from day 25th. From day 25th, we have been solving multiple inheritance questions, and I have prepared yet another question for you. So this is the question we will be doing today: create three parent class, etc, etc. So just before starting to solve this question, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button, and bookmark the playlist so that you can get the updates from the channel. Alright, so let's do this and create this question. So let's do this, solve this question. So first of all, what we have to do, create three parent class: vehicle, electric, and autonomous, with each specific attributes and method related to their respective functionalities. So let's do this. So first of all, let's create class vehicle and def init, and we will be taking two attributes here. Let's say we have name and model, or we can just say that make or model. Make self dot make is equals to make self dot name is equals to name. Sorry, self dot uh, model is equals to model. Now in this method we can just create a method uh, like display info or something like this. Or let's see if they have asked us to create any specific method with each specific attributes and method related to their respective functionalities. Create a child class electric autonomous vehicle that inherits from both electric and autonomous. Implement a method called drive in electric autonomous vehicle class that calls the method from both parent class to perform electric driving and autonomous driving functionalities. So we do not have to create any method here which has name as info. So we can create any name, let's say def start, any method you can just create that is relatable, and we are creating the start, so we can just print here the vehicle is starting. So as you can see that previously we were doing with three parent class, but now we have the previously we were doing with two parent class. Now in fact we are doing with three parent class. So now we are dealing with three parent class. So this is parent class parent 1. Now let's create parent 2 here, parent 2. Alright, now in parent 2 what we will have to do, we have to create a class called electric. So class electric, and we will be just doing it like this, and then we can create a method called def charge, which means that because electric vehicles get is chargeable, so we have to just create a method. We can just create a method in which we will be seeing that if we call this method, it will print me that the vehicle is charging. So the vehicle is charging, this is also not mentioned here, so you have to just use your own creative mind to just create the functionalities and based on the class which has been mentioned here. All right, so what we are doing here is we are just creating random methods inside the parent class as we did on parent class 1, and now we are doing in our parent class 2, that is electric. So now we have created one method here, and what else we can do here is, let's see if we can just write def drive electric and write self here and print what, print anything you wish to, like we can say that the uh, vehicle is driving electrically. All right, now we have created two classes. Now let's create another class parent class 3, parent 3 class autonomous, and in this too we have to just create methods based on our own creativity. So we have to just think uh, likewise we have created for vehicle and electric, we have to create for autonomous too. So for autonomous, it's autonomous, so it will be automatic, so we will be just creating something like that. So we can create method like navigate here, navigate, and self here, and then we can just print what, print the vehicle, or yeah, the vehicle navigates. Now create another method like def uh, drive autonomous, and then we can just write self here, and then we can print print like the vehicle drives autonomous. Now this, all these values were not written here anywhere. I have just written it on my own, and it will be depending, uh, it will be just varying from person to person. So it could happen that these values, these methods or these things which you have written here could be different from mine, and you have created something else, and that is 100% fine. That if you have created and values which are different from mine and which are of course very different from mine, so if you have created different from mine, that is 100% fine and absolutely correct. But but one thing you have to make sure that it should be relatable, like we have created method which were relatable, like the charge method is relatable to electric. So because charge method wise it is relatable to electric, because electric vehicles are chargeable. Similarly autonomous are navigate, they have navigation system, that's why we have created navigate function here. So that's why we have created like this. So if we have created vehicle something like this that are relatable, or it could happen that you have created more uh, better than mine, so that is also fine. So I hope that you have understood the logic here. Now it's time to create a child class called electric autonomous vehicle. So let's do this, and it's a child class, so we already know how to create a child class. So child class, and write the name of the child class, close it by parenthesis, and inside those parentheses inside those parentheses we will be just writing the name of the parent class. So parent class 1 is electric, and the second name is autonomous. So I will just copy paste it here, copy and paste it here. Now we have put two different parent class, and Now after putting to these two parent class, we have to implement the method of these two parent class. So what methods they are asking, let's see. uh, so implement a method called drive in the electric autonomous vehicles, that class that calls the method from both parent class to perform electric driving and autonomous driving functionalities. So electric driving, we have created a method called drive electric, and we have created drive autonomous. So these two methods we will be calling. Which one? This one, drive autonomous and drive electric. So in both of the respective parent class, we will be calling these two methods. So let's call these two methods. So we will be saying that self dot drive, in fact you have to create first of all a method, def drive, and I hope that the name we have put is correct according to the question. So yeah, it's correct. So we have to create a method called drive. Inside this drive, we have to create a method called self dot, and we have to recall the method called drive electric. So drive electric, uh, and then we have to recall the method called self dot drive autonomous. Now after creating these two methods, let's create an instance here. Let's create an object here. Create an object. So let's create an object here. Let's say Tesla is equals to what? Is equals to electric autonomous vehicle. Alright, so electric autonomous vehicle, and inside these we will be closing it by parentheses, and inside those parentheses we have to take I think what we have to take, yeah, we have to take nothing, because we are not passing any values here. So if I just print, if I just return Tesla dot Tesla dot drive and close it by parenthesis, you will be just seeing the value that we got, that vehicle is driving electrically, the vehicle drives autonomous. Now why we haven't passed any parameter, that might be a question for you. Why we haven't passed the parameter? So see, in parent class 3 we haven't created any instance attribute. So which first of all we have to know that which of the parent class we have used. We have used electric and autonomous. So if we have if we have instance attribute in these two classes, then we can use it inside this. But then we can use it in our object, in the object we have created. But if we haven't used inside our parent classes which we have inherited in our child class, then we will be not using it. So neither in the electric class we have used instance attribute, nor in the autonomous class we have used. So we will be not using instance attribute here as well. All right, so that, I hope that makes sense to you, and as that has cleared your query that might have been in your mind. So that's all we have to do in the question. I hope that you have now liked the tutorial, and let's just read out the last line. Create an instance of the electric autonomous vehicle class and call drive method to demonstrate the combined functionality inherited from both parent class. So we have to just inherit these two parents. That means that we are not using this first parent class anywhere. We have just created for the sake of just creating. So we have it is not used according to the question. However, if you want to use, you can just put a comma here and create put vehicle here, and then we can use it here. But then we have to just put the instance attribute here, because that might be throwing an error, as you can see, because make and model we have to put. So we have to put attributes now here, because a vehicle takes instance attribute that are make and model. So let's say make is Tesla, and model, let's say XYZ is the model of Tesla. And now if I run this, it will be not throwing me an error. So I hope that makes sense to you, and you have understood it why we haven't take parameters and why we are not taking parameters. So I hope that you have liked this tutorial, and I hope you will be subscribing to my channel. And if you haven't subscribed it yet, please do subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, press the bell icon button, bookmark the playlist, and share it with your friends who have been struggling in object oriented programming. Thank you guys for watching this video, and see you next time.